You are watching the Dallas Cowboys Report. I am your host, Tom Downey, and I am very concerned about one Lael Collins. Now, he is still potentially facing surgery for his hip injury, which kind of popped up almost out of nowhere from where we were back in August. As of right now, the Cowboys are trying to manage it and have him return this season. The problem is there is no timetable. There is no clear date in which Lael Collins, hypothetically speaking or not, is going to be able to return. The Cowboys don't know when that is an option. That is very troubling, especially because the Cowboys don't tell the truth about injuries. Lael Collins was held out of the start of camp and practices in early August, and there's conflicting reports on this, but I'm pretty sure he just wasn't in the shape that they wanted him to be. That he wasn't there yet. He was able to practice August 28th. He returns, and then within about a week, IR hip injury. And the Cowboys were like, oh, hey, it's okay, guys. It's going to be a short-term thing. They weren't concerned about it, blah, blah, blah. They were okay. Because at the beginning of the year, this was supposed to be the offensive line plan. You got Tyron good to go at left tackle. Lael Collins going to start a right tackle. Bookends, two of the best in the NFL. Brandon Knight is a backup to Smith. Cam Erving is going to be the swing tackle. Terence Steele may or may not make the roster as offensive lineman number 5 on the edge. And then all of a sudden, disaster. And now not only is Terence Steele starting, Brandon Knight's been starting too. That's because Mike McCarthy typically prefers to promote players up then slide them over. Now, of course, he had to do that against the Seahawks with Zack Martin. But at this point, the Cowboys are wholly unable to plan on having Lael Collins play this year. And that's a big deal. So get your votes in. Will Lael Collins be able to play this season for the Dallas Cowboys? Type 1 for yes or type 0 for no. I genuinely do not know what's going to happen, but I am very concerned about his issues with his hip. Now, we're going to break down my top 10 replacements, both internal and external guys the Cowboys could sign. But Ron Leary is someone I wanted to mention briefly because he does not directly help your issues at tackle. Ronald Leary is a guard, and a guard the Cowboys already said, we don't want to sign. They brought him in for a visit. Things did not go well, or for whatever reason, they passed on adding him. He only makes sense if you want to move a guard to right tackle, which could be an option for the Dallas Cowboys. So now let's break down my top 10 replacements for Lael Collins at right tackle, both internal guys and external. We'll begin with shifting a left guard over to right tackle. That is Connor Williams, something that many of you have suggested before in the comments, and I am happy to have that discussion. But I do want to make it very clear. Going from left tackle to left guard, for most players, and I think Sewell is one of those guys, is actually easier than going from left tackle to right tackle. Everything's kind of reversed and changed around. Things are different. So for the Cowboys, you can pursue that as an option if you want. I am not convinced it would actually be the best idea for the Cowboys. If it is a long-term thing with Lael, and Tyron is able to get back quickly, and you don't trust Brandon Knight or Terence Steele, and you're convinced Joe Looney and Tyler Biadasz are two of your top 5 best offensive linemen, and you just want to get the 5 best out there, it could be an option. But for a player who has struggled this year, has not been very good overall, although he did get better, but he was horrible in week 1, maybe you keep him at left guard and hope he gets better there. So I'm going to make this question the pinned comment on today's video. Who should start at right tackle if Lael Collins is out? Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. Spoiler alert, the free agent options are bad. Let's discuss Marshall Newhouse. He started 9 games for the Patriots last year and wasn't very good. He's played all over the offensive line. Now, in reality for Newhouse, he's never been a quality starter. But he could be like your 9th offensive lineman. If you're so decimated by injuries, sure, why not? But folks, the options aren't very good. So I want you guys to name an offensive lineman the Cowboys should sign of course, right now, not next offseason. I'm talking about currently available players. Perhaps we'll get to one of those names you guys might mention here in a little bit, but I want you to get your votes in for me in the comments section. Let's talk Zack Martin. Look, he can play right tackle. He did a damn good job of it against the Seattle Seahawks. He also said, I'm going to play guard, or I'm playing guard, I should say. Martin at right tackle, at least for me, makes the most sense if Tyron Smith is out. Because at that point, you probably want to keep Brandon Knight at left tackle. And that leaves you dangerously thin at the right tackle spot. We'll talk about Terence Steele later on, I promise you guys. But you could put Joe Looney at right guard, keep Tyler Biadasz at center, who might start in the very near future for the Cowboys at that particular spot. Martin at right tackle, I think he's the best player the Cowboys have at that spot, but then it opens up a significant hole at right guard, and McCarthy's philosophy so far has been, I would rather keep my great player where he's great and figure out the hole later on. Go to number 7, Alex Light, who's kind of a guard tackle hybrid, but he is on the Cowboys' active roster. They poached him from the Arizona practice squad after week 1. But he's all the way down at number 7 because he's not playing. In fact, he hasn't even been active yet, which is a significant concern for me. There was some familiarity there for the Cowboys with him, with McCarthy, because there was some overlap in Green Bay. That he can't get active is a red flag. In fact, it's why he's behind Eric Smith at number 6, who right now is on the Cowboys practice squad. And he actually got the game day call-up, the limited time promotion from the practice squad for week 3. He was active over Alex Light. Now, Smith did not play, so I don't think the Cowboys fully trust him, but he was active over Alex Light. Therefore, for me at least, he gets the nod instead of Alex Light. Eric Smith does. I also wanted to quickly mention here the other practice squad guy in the Cowboys, Isaac Alarcon. He's not ready yet, folks. He's a big boy from Mexico, still very young, developmental guy, part of a free practice squad spot the Cowboys have via the NFL's Player Pathway program. He is not ready to go, so don't expect a call-up anytime soon. He's just a developmental guy for the time being. Now, today's show made possible by our friends over at BetUS. If you want to put down some money on the Cowboys or college football or the NBA Finals or almost anything these days, do it with BetUS, the number one sportsbook out there. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use the promo code you see on your screen, Cowboys125. That'll get you a 125% deposit bonus. So you put down $100, BetUS will give you an extra $125 to bet with. So if you miss some bets, like we all do, you'll still have plenty of money left over to earn some money. Head over to chatsports.com/bet and use that promo code Cowboys125. Let's go to the newest practice squad addition, Jordan Mills. I put him up at number 5 because I suspect it is only a matter of time before Mills gets the call up to the active roster. Was once very briefly, but never played a game for the Dallas Cowboys. They claimed him, and then he ended up getting hurt, so it didn't end up mattering. Mills signed with the practice squad for the Dallas Cowboys. He played last year for the Arizona Cardinals, was with the Buffalo Bills for a while, with the Chicago Bears as well. He's never truly been a great offensive lineman, but you don't find great O-linemen here in October to help you out. If you need someone to not get your quarterback killed, maybe he can be the guy. Adding some depth and a guy with 84 career starts to your practice squad at this stage, I'm actually on board with that move. Now, the top available free agent tackle is one Cordy Glenn. He was once, by the way, one of the better tackles in the NFL. Then he got shipped over to the Cincinnati Bengals, and he was bad. In fact, he didn't get along with it with his coaching staff. He was fined at one point for conduct detrimental to the team. Now, they made up. He played back at the end of the year and just wasn't very good. The common theme here that I want to emphasize when it comes to the offensive line issues, there aren't good free agents out there. I'm down to bring in Cordy Glenn for a workout. I have no idea what kind of shape he is. That is a significant concern for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, if the Cowboys are able to add another offensive lineman, or we get definitive word about the Dallas Cowboys and Lael Collins' future, at least for this year, We will let you guys know. We keep you covered on everything around the Dallas Cowboys. So we got almost 1,200 people watching live right now. Thank you all very much. But I know not all of you are subbed. So if you haven't already, take advantage. Do it right now. Just scroll down, hit the big red button so you can be the smartest Cowboys fan in your friend group. Let's go to Cameron Erving, who originally was supposed to be the swing tackle. And then the Cowboys figured out what I tried to warn them about. He's not actually good. And on top of that, he's actually currently on IR. That is a significant problem because he can't help you at the current moment. So for the Cowboys, I'm not sure if they really trust him to do much of anything. I'm not sure. Now, if he gets healthy, you might be forced to put him out there on the field. You might not have any other options because you're so decimated by injuries. He helps you at guard so he can play every single spot on the offensive line. But Erving is not someone that I trust. In fact, the top two guys for me, as you probably already figured out, are guys on the roster and are guys that have played. Terence Steele or Brandon Knight. I'll break down who I have at number 2 and at number 1, but I want you guys to get your votes in. Type S for Terence Steele or type K for Brandon Knight. We're going to go to number 1, then we'll break down number 2. Brandon Knight. Look, the Cowboys coaching staff isn't always correct. And my thought process entering this year was that Brandon Knight was the best backup offensive tackle on the roster. The Cowboys did not feel that way. But on the field play, and maybe Knight's just more of a gamer than he is a practice guy, Knight's been better than Terence Steele. He has outplayed Terence Steele at this point. Now, the snap counts, yes, they are different. The run grades are not great, but, one's playing next to Zack Martin, one's playing next to Connor Williams. Maybe that's different, But the pressures, the sacks, the penalties, they favor Brandon Knight. He's been a better pass protector. So I'm not trying to hate on Terence Steele here. For an undrafted rookie free agent who started week 1, I genuinely don't know what more we could have asked for or expected. For what he was coming out, I've been pleasantly surprised. But it's not just a potential short-term thing anymore. This is now a multiple week and bordering on multiple month issue. So I would put Brandon Knight over Terence Steele. You can still develop him. I think Knight makes more sense. Now, my panic level overall for Lael Collins, it's pretty damn high. It is up there at like an 8. But I want you guys to get your votes in. Rate this for me on a scale of 1 to 10.